Set initial bond at $1.25 million.
So we just got a hold of an arrest warrant for Dalton Etherly that reveals new details, including the name of the man that he got into an altercation with and is alleged to have shot, that he's facing this very serious charge of attempted murder. That other man has been identified by Montgomery County officials as Joshua Fox. We also got a narrative here within the affidavit. They gave a lot more details into what happened outside of that Montgomery County courthouse on Wednesday. Officers noted that they watched surveillance video, and in that video, they saw that this started out as a verbal fight, that Etherly turned toward Fox and then reached for his firearm, and then a physical fight ensued. Etherly, according to this affidavit, then shot Fox multiple times. Fox was then airlifted over to Vanderbilt Hospital, where he underwent emergency surgery. Now, Etherly live streamed himself, the interaction. It's caught on audio.
Alright, so you pretty much get the idea. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it, okay? So for those of y'all who don't know, if you're not up to date on things, let me go ahead and tell you about this guy right here in the stretcher, whatever that thing is called that paramedics use. So his name is ChudTheBuilder. Now I've caught wind of this guy a little while ago. Of course, he's a social media phenomenon. Basically, he's just a guy who goes around in Tennessee, rage baiting people, going around to black people, calling them a racial slur, and basically inciting violence. All right, he's going around pissing people off, purposely trying to rage bait people into doing something so that way he can get more content. And I mean, it's working because people are talking about it. He's famous. He's got the attention, and everyone's out there. So he's well known on the internet for being a racist guy who just goes around trying to provoke a reaction out of people by calling them racial slurs and all the kind of stuff. And while he does it, now I want to be very clear on this. To be honest, I don't really care too much about this guy. I know for a fact he's just a rage baiter. He's just a rage baiter who's doing it to get content, to get clicks, and all. There's no such thing as bad publicity. And if you really want to get people to talk about you, piss them off, and you'll get everybody talking about you. So I mean, it's working. So I think he really knows what he's doing. Do I really think he's racist? I mean, he definitely plays the part well, but honestly, I think he's just ultimately doing this because for the moolah. That's all I'll say I think about him. But however, while usually on this channel we really don't cover stuff like this, my target audience is concealed carry holders and security personnel. How does this pertain to security personnel? To concealed carry holders. Okay, well, check this out. In order to claim self-defense, the main thing that most states agree on is you cannot start the fight. Okay, if you're going around exercising your First Amendment right, which there are limits on, exercising your First Amendment right, going up to people, saying ignorant things to them, and purposely trying to piss them off and start an altercation, you really lose the argument of saying self-defense. You can't go up to somebody, cuss in their face, yell all this kind of stuff, even if you didn't put hands on them, incite violence, and then claim self-defense. That's not the way this works, but that's exactly what he did. And he would constantly do that. He would go around to people and try to rage bait them and really piss them off and try to provoke a response reaction. He would always have his firearm with him. He'd always live stream it. He'd always threaten to shoot them if they tried something. This guy is just everything that's wrong with some concealed carry holders and why some people shouldn't be concealed carry holders, because they're making excuses to use their firearm, looking for excuses to use their firearm instead of just the true sense of self-defense, which is reactive, not inciting violence. So this is not self-defense. You did not exercise self-defense, buddy. You incited violence. Violence happened, and you used your firearm to handle a situation. That's not self-defense. That's, I don't want to say premeditated murder, but someone can make an argument for that based on Tennessee's definition of premeditated. So you get the point, all right? So he loses the self-defense argument. And so what everyone needs to understand is in mutual combat, you do not get to claim self-defense. If you're just as much of an active participant as they are, you're part to blame. Ideally, you don't want to start the fight, and you want to do the best you can to retreat and get away and de-escalate. Well, rather not retreat, but really de-escalate. And if the de-escalation tactics are not working and your hand is forced, then you can claim self-defense. But if you're inciting it and you're really throwing fuel on the fire, not self-defense. All right, even in a hardcore state like Texas, which is one of the better states now that all the other states are going up and shit, Tennessee has really been crushing it lately. But however, what you did doesn't even work in Tennessee, buddy. Not self-defense. Hence why your bail is at $1.25 million, because you're a flight risk. They know he's got the money because he's been making bank lately on YouTube, rage baiting. So yeah, no, you're not going anywhere, buddy. You're looking at what, 15 to 20? Bye-bye. Check this out. The same way you have a First Amendment right to go around calling people the N-word, well, we have the First Amendment right to talk about you and tell you how much of an idiot you are. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to plaster it everywhere, make an example of you, and use you as a catalyst on why you shouldn't do stupid shit. This is why right here, okay? So, not self-defense, premeditated, or whatever other charge we're going to come up with. Don't worry, it's going to get real interesting. Let's let it finish playing out.
Audio. The interaction that he had with first responders shortly after he's alleged to have shot Fox.
He said, you start saying all that me, I'm going to hit you. He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
Now, in that live stream, Etherly says that he didn't start shooting until Fox started to beat up on him. But it's important to note that in the actual narrative of the affidavit, officers note that in the surveillance video that they witnessed, this never turned physical until Etherly pulled out his gun. Of course, we've reached out to his attorney for comment. But again, this is a live streamer who's made a name out of himself out of essentially rage baiting, of saying vile content, of going up to people, especially minorities and black people, calling them the N-word, calling them chimps. So there's been a major backlash from the community about this individual for a long time before this happened.
Exactly. So here's the best part. He live streamed it. That's going to be used in court against him to prove the fact that he incited it, he pushed it, and that he's the reason it all started. They're always going to look at and say, hey, how did this all start? Why did it happen? Ultimately, it happened because of him, and he will be held accountable for it. So this is the latest example of do not think you have... There's limits on every single amendment. There's limits. You have the right to call people the N-word. You do. I'm not going to lie, okay? You have that right. But doesn't mean you should do it? Absolutely not. Doesn't mean you can just go around calling people whatever you want to and hide behind the fact that you are a concealed carry holder? Absolutely not. But yeah, so I'm hoping Tennessee makes an example of this guy, so that way he serves as an example of what not to do and what not to be like. Consequences have actions. I mean, well, actions have consequences. Face the consequences, homie. You earned it. You got to get your shine, your spotlight. Okay, happy for you. Happy you got exactly what it is you wanted. You wanted attention. Now you're getting all of it. But be careful what you wish for. But what I know, I'm only a handgun instructor. This has been Instructor Hines with Tier 1 Academy. As always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave your thoughts down below on what it is you think Tennessee should do with this guy. But definitely they should prosecute him. And I can't wait to see it's going to be glorious. Alright? Careful what you reap. Careful what you sow. Careful what you reap. Careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Chud the Builder. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.